Hello, in this video, we are continuing the discussion of this book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, and this is video number 10. Join me. Hello, welcome to Take a Step to a Better You. Today we are continuing the discussion of the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. We are on video number 10. If you are new, my name is Sherifa Nakalema. I'm a business owner here in Virginia, USA. And on this channel, which I named Take a Step to a Better You, I share business tips, I share YouTube tips, earning money online tips, that's through affiliate marketing, and I also record motivational videos just to encourage you to take a step to make your life better. And recently I added reviewing very good books like this one, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And if you're new, please consider subscribing and supporting this message of empowerment by clicking on the red button below, and on the right, after you click on subscribe, click on the notification bells. That way you know when I have new videos, and a lot happening today, not just today, every day here. So please, at the end of this hopefully short video, I'm going to explain the schedule of this channel, but consider subscribing and leaving a comment, please. If you watch, I want you to please leave a comment. Whatever you think I'm doing here, just put it down there so that I know. And for those of you who are supporting this message, I think it's a great message of the book, but also of the channel, the whole channel, of everything I do. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing them and for liking them and for leaving comments. I love the comments. And for helping me, the subscriber. Now I'm at 8,000. Remember, my goal is 10,000. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you. And always leave a comment. That's the only way I'll know you ever watch my videos. Appreciate that. We are continuing with, I didn't mention, this is video number 10, discussing the book. I'm just getting out the lessons we learn. But if you are starting today, please know that I have 9 videos already. I put everything in a playlist. I call it Lessons from Robert Kiyosaki. I put a link in the pinned comment, a link at the end of this video, a link in the description. When you click it just one time. They will just play one after the other until you catch up with us. But first, let's first finish this one. It's a continuation of lesson 1 and chapter 1. Can you imagine? Lesson 1, chapter 1, and the lesson is the rich don't work for money. We ended video 9, but I'm going to do a lot of reading today. So please, if you have an issue with my accent, the way I sound words, please, I'm going to make sure I correct the text on this video. You can put on text so you can read from the screen, because I'm going to do a lot of reading from this book today. But let's first before I even do the review of where we stopped, number 9, I need to always remind you, I do it just for the newer people who are just joining us. Who wrote this book? The book was written by Robert Kiyosaki. He's a self-made millionaire, entrepreneur, educator, and investor with a mission to elevate the financial well-being of humanity, starting with one life and one person at a time. I keep repeating this so that we know why we are doing all what we are doing. And the story is about what he learned from his rich dad. He had 2 dads. He called them 2 dads. But the rich dad and the poor dad. The poor dad was his real father, who was a very intelligent man, highly educated with a PhD, and he was a superintendent of education. And the rich dad, the one he mostly learned these lessons from, the lessons he's sharing, was his friend Mike's dad. And like they met at a young age of 9, and they met in school, Robert and Mike. And Mike's dad is the one who is the rich dad. And his story is that he was just a 13-year-old. He left school at 13 years, 8th grade, and worked his way to become one of the wealthiest men in Hawaii. We are following the story in here, and we are learning our lesson. There's a lot of lessons. I feel like every page has a lesson. I don't know how long it's going to take us to finish it. Maybe you have to figure out another way. Because at the end, I'm going to show you how you can just listen to this audio for free for 1 month only. So that's the background of those two men. And my other reminder where we ended with chapter 9. When you see me reading, I read the book already and I got out some notes because there's a lot of description and stuff. So I try to summarize and get it out. But it's what I'm paraphrasing from the book. And then when it's conversations happening, I go back to the book and I read, which I'm going to do today. But let's first get here. We left off in number 9, the video, when the two boys had agreed. Robert and Mike had agreed to work for Rich Dad for 10 cents per hour, 3 hours every Saturday, from 9 to 12. So that happened. They started immediately when they got offered the job. So they started that day. They took, this is what they were doing. They would take canned goods off the shelves, brushing each can with a feather duster, and get dust off and restack them neatly. So what was going on in this place is that Robert says this work was excruciatingly boring. He didn't like it at all. And right now he's like telling us something about this work that they're doing. That Mike's dad, who is later the Rich Dad, he owned 9 little superettes. Superettes, these are like, he said that the early version of the present day, like 7-Elevens. These are like small grocery stores, but in the neighborhoods. And that's where people would buy items like milk, bread, butter, cigarettes. That's the kind of place. This Rich Dad, the one who becomes a Rich Dad later, at that time he was starting out setting up things. He had 9 of those. Can you imagine having like 9 7-Elevens? He'll be already rich by my standards. Anyway, but Robert says that was, when they're doing this work, that was before air conditioning was widely used in Hawaii. So they would leave the doors open because of the heat, and then dust came in. That's how they got this job of removing the dust from the cans, because the dust kept coming in, they kept the doors open. So they worked for 3 weeks. 3 hours every Saturday, 9 to 12. And Mrs. Martin, remember Mrs. Martin was the one Rich Dad gave them to take them to work. She's in charge. So Mrs. Martin would drop 3 little dimes. The dime is 10 cents, right? In each of their hands whenever they finished working. So now Robert says that even at the age of 9, in the mid-1950s, 30 cents was not too exciting. So Robert spent his cents on just comic books until it was finished. Now, I'm going to the book. So, by Wednesday of the 4th week, I was ready to quit. I had agreed to work only because I wanted to learn to make money from Mike's dad. And now I was a slave for 10 cents an hour. On top of that, I had not seen Mike's dad since that first Saturday. I'm quitting, I told Mike at lunchtime. School was boring, and now I'd not even have my Saturdays to look forward to. But with the 30 cents that really got to me. This time, Mike smiled. What are you laughing at? I asked him with anger and frustration. Remember, Mike was Robert's friend. They went to school together, and Mike was the son to Rich Dad. At that time, he wasn't rich yet. But now he's talking to his friend, saying he wants to quit. So now Mike is saying to Robert, Dad said this would happen. He said to meet him when you are ready to quit. Robert said, what? He's been waiting for me to get fed up. Sort of. That is kind of different. He doesn't teach like your dad. Your mom and dad lecture a lot. My dad is quiet and a man of a few words. You just wait till this Saturday. I'll tell him you are ready. You mean I've been set up? No, not really. But maybe Dad will explain on Saturday. So now there is a short like subtitle saying, waiting in line on Saturday. So it says, Robert is writing, I was ready to face Mikey's dad. Even my real dad was angry with him. My real dad, the one I called the poor one, thought that my rich dad was violating child labor laws and should be investigated. My educated poor dad told me to demand what I deserve, at least 25 cents an hour. My poor dad told me that if I did not get a raise, I was to quit immediately. And now poor dad is saying to his son, you don't need that damn job anyway. And it's yeah. So on Saturday at 8 o'clock, Mike says, I walked through the door of Mike's house when Mike's dad opened it. So he went to meet Rich Dad. But this time what happened, Mike was not there. For some reason, Mike was not there. So Mike's dad is the one who opened for Robert. And Mike's dad said to Robert, take a seat and wait in line. So remember the subheading here says, waiting in line. What happened, without me reading every single thing here, is that he made Robert wait in line. He arrived at 8. People were coming in and going. He was on the phone. He intentionally made him wait. So he waited for a whole hour. But the way it happened is like, and it was annoying. In fact, let me not read too much because I read already. The whole thing about this paragraph is that he was so annoyed because he met everyone and finished. The people he found there, they finished and left. And Robert's dad was, Michael's dad was right there, the rich dad. They are doing his things, like he forgot all about him. Actually, he didn't. He knew he was there waiting, but these are all the lessons. So now he says 45 minutes he waited and nothing. And then finally, 15 minutes later, in fact, when somewhere there is something he described I wanted to mention. Yes, because when he was waiting, he had these thoughts. He said, the house was empty, and here I sat in a musty, dark living room on a beautiful, sunny Hawaiian day, waiting to talk to a cheapskate who exploited children. I could hear him rustling around the office, talking on the phone, and ignoring me. I was ready to walk out. But for some reason, I stayed. So finally, 15 minutes later, at exactly 9 o'clock, Rich Dad walked out of his office, said nothing, and just signaled for me, to me, with his hand for me to enter. I think I'll stop here for today because what happens later is a long conversation between the two. So let's cover it in a new video. And this time, I won't even going to give any takeaways. Maybe you give me the takeaway. I'm going to stop here reading from here. I'm going to record another video for you. That's going to be video number 11. We see the conversation. What happened when he made Rich Dad to complain about the 10 cents. But for this time, please leave a comment. If you've been watching me like this is, you watched all the videos, what I'm going to say, you've heard already. I'm going to say only to the ones who came here for the first time because I have to tell them about the schedule on here and how they get a free book, this book audio for free. That's what I'm doing next. But if you want to hear it again, you're welcome. But I really, really would like for you to leave a comment, a real comment about what just happened here. Keeping him waiting and saying he's quitting, and the real dad asking him to ask for 25 cents more. If you've been paying like, okay, 10 cents, let's say that was $10 an hour, and you want a raise from 10 to 25. So what's that? Do you have any comments about that? Because today I'm not commenting much. I'm not. I'll just prepare to record a new video for you. But I want to say something about, for those people who are new here today, please, this channel has a daily schedule. Every day, 1 p.m. USA Eastern Time, I read this book. It's a recent thing I'm doing. And I want to grow this community to get to a level where I give you my password for Audible so you can all go enjoy all these books for free. If you can get to 50 committed people following me here as I read this book, and if I have a suggestion how I could make it better, because I feel like there is a lot and I can't skip it. Maybe we all just go read the book and discuss it. I don't know. But I'll keep recording. If you like watching them, keep watching. But it's going to take us a while. We're still on chapter 1. Every day, 1 p.m. USA Eastern Time, I'm here reading a book, one video a day. But then, I skip Friday. We have, in fact, this video, the people who are going to watch it immediately when I publish it, I had a technical problem. We didn't have coming time. So it's coming like very early morning your time instead of like last evening for those who are international. So it's a few hours ahead that is coming. When you watch it, I'll have a live show coming. We are live on Friday. When you first see it, I'll be coming live that evening. So 1 p.m. USA Eastern Time on Fridays. I don't publish videos, YouTube videos. I come live. So please join me and invite others. But for those of you who are new here, I continue to do this all the other days, every 1 p.m. Eastern. But then I also have another schedule of those other people who watch the other YouTube tips, business tips, and motivational. Those come at 12:30, 30 minutes earlier. And they come only on 2 days, Thursdays and Fridays. Please click on the notification bell so I don't have to keep explaining this every time. So you just get notified when I have a new video. Please do that. And then for those who, remember, I have a link in the description and a pinned comment to take you to all the other videos you missed in case you are new. And also, this one you can get, there is a link also below, take you to Amazon Audible. You can go sign up. What you sign up there for is actually premium. It's called just premium, Audible Premium, but it has to be Premium Plus for you to get this book. It's all free. When you sign up, you make sure you are getting a credit. They call it a credit. It will be a free credit giving you this book for free for 1 month. And maybe by the time you finish that free month, I'll have figured out something here to do for the community so you can use my account. But Ghost, if you want to listen, or if you want to keep coming here, I keep recording more. If you don't mind, I'll just keep doing that. If you don't want to listen. But if you want to listen, you can go click. Okay, that's it. Please leave a comment. What do you think about the short exchange that happened there? And the fact that he kept Robert waiting, and the fact that they made Mike disappear. Mike wasn't there. So what's all this about? What do you think? And how about the poor dad pitching in saying, oh, child labor laws, and also he's breaking the law, and also saying demand more. That was 2.5 more. 2.5 times, that's 250%. Is that what the percentage is? That's a lot of raise he was demanding. So what are the lessons? So please, you suggest some, but we're going to hear what happened when they have a conversation next, okay? That's my video. I hope you like it. Give it a thumbs up, thumbs up first, like first, and then leave a comment. Leave a comment about your takeaway. Please don't just say great video. Just let me know. It's a discussion. And I always respond to your comments. Like I always end them. Take very good care of yourself. Take very good care of your family. Take very good care of your health. Take a step to better you. Bye-bye.